Hello, comic book people! Let's talk about Iceman issue number 2 that was written by Sina Grace and illustrated by Nathan Stockman, published by Marvel Comics. That's a lot to say in one sentence. Major spoilers ahead. I'm just warning you in advance, so if you watch this video, I am going to spoil the hell out of this comic. Previously, Bobby Drake had broken up with his boyfriend, which he was going to be moving over to California to be with, but instead now he's staying with the X-Men. Being that he is one of the original 5 X-Men, he is starting to take on much more of a leadership role. And in the previous issue, he teamed up with Bishop, taking the lead, going down into the sewers to save a Morlock. And he also got the attention of Mr. Sinister, which Sinister has really never paid that much attention to Bobby in the past. This is seemingly starting up a background plot that's going to be playing out through this series. That issue ends off with Emma Frost waiting for Bobby to get back from that adventure, which brings us up to date to this issue. Turns out that Emma is trying to recruit Bobby for her own thing, which obviously that was going to be what it was. I mean, Emma is a good guy-ish, but she's also in it for herself. This situation has her wanting Bobby to help her out with her brother. Her brother Christian is also a gay man himself, and she's afraid that their father is abusing him. At first, she believes that her father has developed mutant powers himself, and that he's using these abilities to hurt her brother. Turns out her brother is the one that has the mutant abilities, and he himself is projecting their father. The story itself is cute because we get to go inside of Bobby's head. One of Iceman's worst fears is that he may go out of control and become a big giant ice monster and destroy everything in his path. There's a lot of real-world implications being played out here as well. Writer Sina Grace is showing that Emma's brother Christian was put into a gay conversion camp, and that he was tortured and his mind was really messed up, like what happens in many of these conversion camps. The X-Men have always played on real-world situations, and I can see this hitting close to home for some people out there that have experienced it. So the issue does have a lot of levity to it, but it still is a superhero comic book, so we do get to see all the adventure taking place and the battling and the fighting between the characters. And Bobby does shine through in this, and I gotta respect his personality and his positive, upbeat manner. We get a bit of a reference to Emma already knowing about Bobby being gay before Bobby came out, and that she did not reveal this because of her own brother's sexuality. So I was happy about that being brought up. I did feel like there was a shortcoming where Emma and Bobby didn't have a conversation about Emma being inside of Bobby's body and controlling him for a bit. Even though they've addressed this before in the past, this time everything is out in the open, and I feel like that dialogue could have had a different manner and a different meaning to it altogether. That's a very minor thing. There's also the big subplot of Mr. Sinister looming in the background, which is brought up at the end of this book, and I'm happy that that's going to be some sort of big overarching storyline. So that's my thoughts on this issue. I am loving Sina Grace's writing, and that he's keeping Bobby as a very upbeat character. I'm not gonna lie, Iceman probably is my favorite X-Men character of all time, and this is before I even knew that he was gay. Now that he is gay and out and open and proud of it, it makes him even cooler. No pun intended. The next issue has him teaming up with Firestar and Spider-Man. Spider-Man and his amazing friends, baby. That's pretty darn awesome. But let me go and stop talking about it at this point. What did you think? Did you read it? Are you planning on reading it? Or is this a series you don't really care much about? Leave comments down below and let me know. With that, thank you guys for watching me in this video. I'll join you in another one very soon. Check out my Patreon site when you get a chance. Check out my social media sites, my websites, and everything else out there. Peace, love, namaste, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
I'm in love with a hero.
On my Patreon site, I posted up a couple pictures of myself dressed up as Iceman and some sexual positions with North Star. The cosplayer is Sarah Lobo, but I'm thinking that maybe he would be a better fit as Pyro, and then that we reenact some of these pictures where it's fire and ice going at it. What do you think?